And when I say this term, this is probably not a hard audience to convince. I think perhaps some of the people that would hear this elsewhere would sort of cringe and say, well, what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. It's not that outrageous in comparison, but I believe it to be a fundamental truth. And that is that what now assails our country is Marxism. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of the people who support elements of it don't recognize it as such. Because to them, Marxism is, Soviet style or socialism. Socialism is an economic model. You can be a socialist, and I'm not a socialist, and not be a Marxist. Marxism is not an economic model. It is a power model. And it is a model that says not only do we believe in this, but we will tolerate no dissent and no competition. Marxism tolerates no competition. So in Marxism, the schools do not work for the parents. In Marxism, the schools do not work to educate children. The schools work for the system. It works for Marxism. And there must be an element of indoctrination. In Marxism, they tolerate no competition from the family. You can't have parents telling their kids one thing and opposite from what we think. So the system has to take precedent over the family and over the authority of parents. In Marxism, there can be no independent media. There can be no diversity of opinion. If you somehow are a media figure or a public figure who's speaking out against their system, you need to be silenced. You're a counter-revolutionary. You're dangerous. You're a threat. It knows no bounds. We make a mistake in thinking that it has any limits. We have made a mistake in thinking that we're unique. This is a global effort, popping up in country after country, but America would obviously be the crown jewel. So where does that bring people of faith? Well, it brings us to a point that I predicted 5 or 6 years ago when I said it, and I encourage people standing in the back to cover this and others who do and like to do fact-checking to check it out. I said this 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago. I said the day will come when the teachings of mainstream Christianity are defined as hate speech. And that day is here.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That day is here.